Alright, hey everybody out there watching and following along. I just wanted to take a minute and show you guys my worm bin. This thing, I know you guys can't see it here. I did write the date when I started it. March 18th, 2015. So more than a year ago, I decided to have an indoor worm bin. What composting worms are, for those of you that aren't avid gardeners, there's a special type of worm that really loves to eat food scraps, organic waste. They're red wigglers. Sometimes they're sold as bait worms. They're not the same as the big fat earthworms. These are the smaller, generally smaller in size. They're not humongously long. They're smaller worms. They do get big, but they're composting worms. So red wigglers is what they're called. You can find them very easily online. There's a worm supplier. Uncle Jim's Worm Farm is one. I purchased my worms from redwormsexpress.com. I want to say it's around, after shipping, maybe 30 bucks for a pound of worms, which is more than 1,000, more or less. But it's a big old bag of worms. And here's one method. There's a million YouTube videos on how to make a worm bin. This is just one that I decided to try. Thanks to my buddy Ralph for basically constructing this and assembling it for me. He's more mechanically inclined. Basically, I came up with the video, I found it. But here's the idea. It's two Rubbermaid totes. The bottom tote and a top tote. This top tote has the bottom piece cut off of it. These little white pieces here are PVC pipe. They're just, I think, 1/2-inch PVC. They go across the bottom. So there's slats in here. And when I originally started this bin, I had newspaper on the bottom, and I also filled it with a little peat moss, some coffee grounds. I blend the food scraps, so banana peels, lettuce, whatever that doesn't have oil or milk. Nothing like that on it, but just all like organic stuff. I blend it in an old blender and I feed it in there, and the worms have just multiplied over the years. So I'm going to take you guys in to do a quick harvest. I'm basically just going to reach up and scratch the bottom, and I'm doing it right now with my middle finger, and you can see what I pull out is this beautiful, gorgeous, black, dark, rich worm castings. So I'm going to try to take you guys in for a closer look, and I am going to make some seed starting mix. It's, what is it, October 22nd, 23rd maybe the 24th now. I'm still have to start tomatoes, so I got a bunch of seeds I'm going to start, but I figured I'd bring you guys along, so here we go. Just a quick demonstration for you guys. Again, I have this sitting on a old recycling tub just to elevate it off the ground. Here is the compartment where I can go in and harvest. But I want to show you guys the top bin. I do have air holes all the way around the back. There's none on the sides here, but there are holes here on the back. The lid has holes. These are just all air holes. But let's take the lid off. And yeah, as you might have guessed, it doesn't look the prettiest. I do put, napkins, leaves. I will tell you guys a trick, okay? Most of the websites tell you, yeah, you can use shredded paper, yeah, you can use shredded cardboard, but it mats down. Moisture is #1 enemy. You do not want moisture, but you want, see, here's some worms. I don't know if you can see them. Or actually, these are millipedes. There's brown millipedes in there. But anyhow, I use leaves. Oak leaves reign supreme. They help with moisture. They help add air. The worms love it. But never, ever, ever put anything with oil or grease or like sodas, or if you guys don't know how to compost, just read more about it and it will tell you the do's and don'ts of composting. But I do put coffee filters, coffee grounds, the zipper pea hulls. When I harvest the peas, I put the old hulls in there. Leaves. I do add water from time to time, not too much again. But this is the top of it, and you can see there's some space. After time, this does go down, and I just layer more leaves, sprinkle more coffee grounds, wet it down, add more food scraps. But this is just what the top looks like. Now let's go underneath. I'm going to get a little container and maybe like a butter knife so I can stick up between the slats here and just scrape. And I'll try to get some worm castings from the bottom, because everything on the bottom of this bin, this top bin, probably goes all the way down again to this level. So at the bottom, here's the top, at the bottom all the way down here, we have some really, really rich, dark worm castings, and that's good stuff to put your seeds in. So let's see if I can take you in closer for some casting harvest. Alright, this is just a little look. I'm trying to show you guys the underneath side, and I don't know, sorry for the shaky camera, but this is the bottom of the bin. There we go. I can kind of tilt it upwards, and you guys get the idea of the PVC pipe, and you see all the worm castings between there. That's gorgeous stuff. So that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to reach up inside with a butter knife, scrape some, get a nice little container of some castings here, and then I'm going to use these castings and mix it in with some seed starting mix and plant some seeds in it. So let's see what I can do here. What I'm doing here is I'm going to take a container and kind of slide a container in there that'll catch my castings. That's a super secret. And then I have this little knife here. I'm going to hold probably like this, and I'm just going to reach my hand up in here and do a scrape. All these lovely castings will fall down. Oops. And you can see I can probably modify it to make the widening a little taller. I could probably get a different container. Oops, see, it's messy. Scrape, scrape. Trying not to take too much from one spot, and I'm trying not to go too far up. I only want the bottom layer.
Here. Let's go into here. Okay.
And that little scraping, let's see, not a lot of castings, to be honest with you. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way with my fingers. Let's see if that's any better. Yeah, see, it is very hard cake. Not that hard. It's almost like clay. There you go, guys. Alright, and I got about that much. So I'm going to mix this up with some seed mix and plant some seeds. So that's all, you guys. Sorry for the shakiness in the video. I just figured I'd try to take you guys along. Little worm casting harvest. If you guys don't have a worm bin, I'd strongly suggest trying one. It's a fun hobby. You guys are going to have better luck indoors than you will outdoors. And don't get me wrong, outdoor worm bins can certainly be done. But when your worms have the ground and freedom to go, they might just leave on you. So that's why I decided to go in this method. And all of this castings here will be used up. And the plants will love me for it. So that's all, you guys. Hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching.